Powered by Virginia Radio.
So, congratulations to OUTCAST and Salt and Pepper. They will be getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I'm talking about? That's major, and both of them deserve it. Both of them deserve it. Salt and Pepper, groundbreaking female group. They raised the bar. They made it to where a lot of things can happen with the females, and we all know what OUTCAST has done. You know what I'm saying? They had an amazing run. You know what I'm saying? And they was able to venture off and do other things and still get money. You know what I'm saying? I think if OUTCAST did a tour right now, tickets is going out the gates. And they should do that. They should do one last tour. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 did the final lap tour. OUTCAST should do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Go get that bag, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just let me open it up. I don't want but 75,000 a night. You know what I'm saying? That's how niggas be asking. Niggas be like, yeah, I want to open up. What you want? Man, I want 50,000. Nigga, stop. Stop it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But congratulations to OUTCAST and Salt and Pepper. They deserve that. Actor Terrence Howard has revealed that he turned down the role to play Marvin Gaye because Marvin Gaye was sweet. And he said that in the movie that they was going to focus on some of that, and he said, no, sir. No, sir. Now, most of us, wasn't around for Marvin Gaye in his heyday. But when I was a child, when I was a kid, I remember when Marvin Gaye was murdered. And I have like a photographic memory of a lot of shit. And I remember, I could be off, but I remember it was something like his father murdered him because he was dressing up in women's clothes or something crazy. And the pops got damn wild out, you know what I'm saying, on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what is you doing? He called him and, you know what I'm saying, they turned into a situation, you know what I mean? But Terrence Howard said that's why he didn't take the role, because he ain't playing none of them type roles, He said he don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? He said
I'm not gonna pretend to be.
He said I don't play no game. He said I don't care what the check was, nigga. No. You know what I'm saying? I got money. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy that all these years later that that's starting to come out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was saying, a lot of us wasn't around for Marvin Gaye when he was that dude with the R&B. And he does have some classic records. And
that's what's selling nowadays.
Yeah, and I don't know if
say it, but that's what's selling.
If y'all know,
me and Quan was listening to that song. It's Getting Sticky, and he was like, "Yo, ain't that what's the nigga name? Tyler, the Creator." Yeah. And like a few seconds later, we hear him say, "I'm that nigga and that bitch." Like, whoa!
God Almighty! You know what I'm saying? These niggas is crazy.
I said, "What? Oh no!" I used to like that song. Just Getting Sticky was catchy to me. But guess what? I never heard in my car.
So, Young Thug is saying that he is detaching himself from the YSL brand, the brand that he started. Basically, it has been, it turned out to crumble a lot of things. And he made a video where he set his flag on fire and said he wasn't doing all that. He was saying that he was dropping Gunna from the label. And I have a question, right? Your brother took a plea deal. took a plea deal. Your brother got out of jail, caught another case, and went away. But he was ready and willing, your blood brother, your mama's son. He was ready and willing to get on the stand and fry you. You took a plea deal admitting that YSL was a gang or however you want to call it, so you can get out of jail, but you admitted guilt. But everybody mad at Gunna. But Gunna didn't fry you. And as a matter of fact, Gunna was the only reason why the YSL label was generating any income.
Yeah, I think that's what I think what Doug is trying to say is that they was, but he wasn't getting that.
And
they weren't really messing with him like that.
So
that's why he did it.
Young Thug has dissed Gunna on a song that he
ran
has.
off with the money.
You know what I mean? And you know, I don't know. I guess YSL is over, so to speak. You know, what's going to be the new thing? Who knows?
His branch is over, but if you know the streets, there's still a bunch of little YSLs out there.
Yeah, so you know, we don't really know how it's going to play out, but Young Thug is saying that, you know, and maybe he needs to rebrand himself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on the front. I've never really been a big Young Thug fan. I don't get into these niggas wearing dresses and purses and all that, you know, to each his own, but, you know, I don't get into none of that. You know, he got a couple of songs that I thought was dope. He got a couple of features that I thought was dope. You know what I'm saying?
I know one thing. If I listen to Gunna, I could listen to Thug. And Lil Baby.
But, you know, I never really got into his music, so I don't know a lot of his music. But I do believe that this situation robbed him of some big moments.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, yo. I'm not a Thugger fan either, but he did have good songs. I listened to a lot of songs and I was like, yeah, this song is okay.
Yeah.
At least, I'm gonna be honest, no bullshit, and at least half. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He 5 out of 10.
Okay. I mean, he got a few joints that I like, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now it's just interesting to see what he's gonna do now that it's all over with. He's back to being in the studio.
I'm thinking he going independent is what he trying to do. Like,
And he wants...
He trying to reinvent himself as probably just Thug with none of that attached to it.
And he wants to work with Drake. He says they, Future and Drake, and everybody need to get the bullshit out the way and get back. He said the music ain't even the same now that they ain't collaborating. And, you know, Drake gave Young Thug $1 million. Cash in a book bag. There you go, baby. Welcome home, my J. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Million. All hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's still rocking with Drake. He don't give a damn what everybody else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's still rocking with Drake. Shout out my cousin Mill. Shout out Tricky Ricky. What's good, G? So, the judge has agreed to hear Lil Durk's bond proposal. So he is going to be going to court on May 8th for a bond hearing. And him and his lawyers have put together a nice package, and they're going to hope that he can get a bond, but of course he will be on house arrest. And people are saying that there's a 50-50 that he could get a bond because of a couple of things in the case. So we'll see how that works. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he would have to surrender any type of passport, anything like that, if he's given bond. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna have 24-hour monitor security, which means that somebody, there will be some type of police officer, security, constantly sitting in front of his crib.
For Diddy?
No, Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
Oh, for Durk.
So he's going to court May 8th for a bond hearing that him and his lawyers have put together. And his lawyers say they feel confident, but that's what lawyers are going to say anyway because they got that check. Oh, I feel confident that we're going to get a bond. And then the judge say, denied.
Because you ain't break me off
You know what I'm saying? But you
Got
know,
to check it in.
we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that people have to understand: when you in the streets and you doing street shit, this the type of stuff that come with it. See what I'm saying?
I actually heard a lawyer say, "Oh, what judge you have in your case?" And dude telling the judge, he said, "Oh yeah, I golf with that guy. If you give me an extra $3,500, I'll have it dismissed for you."
Yeah, right.
I actually heard that lawyer say that.
I believe it.
As long as you give me mine and I can give him his.
My
we'll
thing
be
is,
all right.
is everybody wants to be a street guy, right? And then you get these millions of dollars, and you start doing what niggas in the street would quit doing if they could get their hands on some millions of dollars. You see what I'm saying? You know, everybody wants to be a gangster till the stuff that comes with being a gangster comes into play. Going to jail, catching cases, paying lawyers, niggas snitching on you, you know what I'm saying? Prosecutor trying to send you away forever, you know what I'm saying? You know, and a lot of people fold in these situations. You know, when you got millions of dollars, the last thing you should want to do is be going back and forth to court. I don't listen.
Your money don't stay at $1 million if you're not still making nothing.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? You can't have $1 million today, and a week from now have $1 million if you wasn't generating currency. If you just spent a week of that $1 million.
If we didn't like each other when I was broke, and ain't nothing ever happened, and now that I'm rich and we don't like each other, I don't give a damn about what you got going on in your life. I ain't paying nobody to shoot you. I don't care what you got going on. Nigga, fuck you. I'm rich.
I was about to say I wasn't in jeopardy before.
I won. I'm gone. You don't even see me unless you watching YouTube or TV or something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get why these guys get millions of dollars and want to show niggas that, oh, I'm gangster. Man, you got millions of dollars. You don't got to show nobody nothing. See what I'm saying? Being in the streets with the beef and the drama. Hey, look, that's a stressful life. And this is coming from somebody who did 7 years in prison. This is coming from somebody where niggas hid in the bushes across the street from my house and waited for me to come home and attempted to try to rob me and kill me, nigga.
That's what America is created with rap music, man.
See what I'm saying? Like, you know, the shit y'all be rapping about, I really done did. And I ain't bragging about it. I'm just giving you facts. They gave me 37 years, suspended 30. See what I'm saying? Niggas had 20 years, beat me home. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? That life get real. Nigga tried to shoot me in my head, nigga. And the bullet missed me. You know? I'm just giving y'all some real facts. You know, being in the street, it's a lot of stress to come with that. You know? A lot of stress come with that. So when you get millions of dollars, why would you still want to be invested in that type of life? If I got millions of dollars, I'm taking niggas with me and we not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? We own some new shit, but you know,
they ain't all breaking the bread.
You know, so who knows?
There's a lot of rich people that's not breaking bread, bro.
So Kanye West has dropped Donda 2, and he's, you know, he basically doing it, you know, independently, no rollout, and now it makes sense why he was doing all of these crazy antics. I told y'all he usually do this when he about to drop an album. And this time he went too far, you know, talking about he went down on his cousin when they was kids and telling people that he gay. And I said, look, you already rich, my nigga. You ain't got to do this to get money, man. You ain't got to do all these antics, man. You know, attention is worse than any drug that you can get hooked on. See what I'm saying? You got people who are filthy rich, right? And because you don't know they filthy rich, they feel the need to let you know. So they're going to do something for attention. Me, if I got 100 million in the bank, I don't give a damn if you ever see me. See me when you see me, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't give a damn. Niggas, I ain't seen Kev in a minute. Yeah, I know. I don't be around. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. And I see that people want attention more than they want money.
Word, man, that don't be tripping.
They want 10 million followers, but you ain't got 20,000 of them followers want to spend $1 with you.
Famous and broke.
You know,
feeling
hey, whatever floats your boat. You know, I'm not mad at you.
Famous and broke ain't good.
But people want attention more than they want money. You know, people say, oh, I left my husband because he ain't give me enough attention. Bitch, he was tired. He was working 12-hour days. Did you give him some attention when he came home? Did you suck his dick before he went to bed? Hell no. But you was on social media posting pictures all day. You trying to get attention from other men, but not giving the nigga who taking care of you attention. Okay, that makes plenty sense, but hey, who am I? You know what I mean? Who am I? But attention has become something that people do just to get views and likes. Oh, I got 300 likes. I'm going to tell you something real. You see how they shut TikTok down? If they shut social media down, let's just say they did, because it can happen. What would you do with yourself? Because people who already had lived a certain type of life before social media, they're not going to be bothered by it. But people whose whole life is through social media, man, they're going to be messed up in the game. Because your life revolves around social media.
Brother.
See what I'm saying? Likes and views and stuff like that, man. Listen, get back to reality. All that's cool, but let's get on some real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing anything for attention. Because, you know, sometimes you get the type of attention that you really didn't want. You feel me? And now you complaining about it. No, this is what you asked for. This is what you asked for. Now you mad about it. You got to make your mind up. If you pray for the rain, you got to deal with the mud, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go. Brian McKnight, R&B singer, is taking Jaguar right to court. And he is suing her. And even though he knows she doesn't really have no bread, he said, yo, you don't even know me. And you running around talking crazy about me. I don't even have no type of relationship with you. And she said that he touched a young girl inappropriately, and she said that he used to smack his ex-wife up. And he said ain't none of that true, and he taking her to court. And he's trying to get a gag order put on where she can't get on no more podcasts and talk about stuff. And if you notice, ever since the Jay-Z lawyer situation, I haven't seen her as much. And this is what I will say about Jaguar Wright. Do I believe everything that she says is true? Hell no. Do I believe some of the stuff that she say true? True indeed. Because I believe that she was exposed to some things and she's seen some things. But I also know that she's a very angry and bitter person.
And will tell you something that she heard opposed to something she saw.
Yeah, and a lot of stories that she be hopping on these podcasts telling, she wasn't there to witness it. Somebody told her about it, which we just seen happen with the Christopher Williams situation. When he challenged her to come face to face with him, he told her, you done lost your damn mind. Talking crazy about me. I ain't need Diddy for a deal. I was signed and had a deal before Diddy even had Bad Boy Records. What is you talking about? Then she said it was her friend that told her. Then she made a video and told us that Jay-Z cut her with a box cutter. Damn. But then, when the lawyer got involved, she said, I never said that. The video was edited. I said, this bitch smoking crack.
I ain't gonna lie though. Jigga been known to cut a person or two, right?
You know, and at the end of the day, you know what the real deal was with her and Jay-Z? Jay-Z was smashing her. Yeah, that's what was going on. He was smashing her. And she thought that he was going to put her in position to win when he put her on the MTV Unplugged Live album where she sung the vocals. Y'all remember it was all on MTV. That was her biggest shining moments. You know, because I don't know no nigga with a Jaguar Wright album. No chicks either. No songs on their playlist either. So don't tell me that you was a fan of hers because you couldn't even name 2 of her fucking songs. You know what I'm saying? But that was her shining moment. And she was smashing Jay. And she was promised by label execs that she would be big as Mary J. Blige and things of this nature, but it didn't go that way. And that's why she's so angry and so mad. And she started talking about, you think she really been in Eminem's circle? Get the fuck out of here. Does she even look like the type of person that Eminem would associate himself with? Like sometimes y'all just be running with narratives because you ain't got nothing better to do. You really think she was in his circle? Like, come on, man. Like, stop. Y'all smoking some good weed, for real. But now Brian McKnight is taking her to court. More people going to start coming out. I'm going to take her to court. They know she ain't got no money, but see, taking her to court keeps her quiet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Gang order.
You know what I mean? And see, she make a living off of telling these stories on these podcasts. 1,500, 2,500, 3,500. You know what I'm saying? Her own son said that they was getting evicted out their crib and couldn't pay their bills. This is from somebody who was supposed to be a superstar. So she's very angry. You know what I'm saying? She's pissed off. So she's doing whatever she can do to get attention, to lash out to people. And you know, and y'all should know this. This shit happen in relationships all the time. You and your girlfriend break up, first thing she do is what? Get on social media, start attacking your character, saying shit about you. Then your friends get on the post, and then her friends, you know, drama, bullshit. Because they angry, they hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's a female trait. They're very emotional. And one thing you don't want is an emotional, mad chick. Because you get Jaguar Wright. You know what I'm saying? But, SHADUR Sanders. I'm going to give you my real view on this, right? I believe that this was bigger than football. See, I'm not a person that believes that you should tell a person that they can't be too confident in themselves. I don't go for all of that. When people say, oh, he's too confident. Why? She's too full of herself. Why? See, I'm not a person that believes in all that. Because growing up, a lot of little black kids didn't have enough people instilling confidence in them.
Yeah, but this is Rick Ross guy, right? He's kind of
Yeah,
person.
you know, but I mean, you know, and see, I don't mean in an arrogant way though.
Yeah.
See, I don't mean in an arrogant way.
Because some people will push it too far.
Yeah, you know, there's
that some people could go too far.
Yeah, there's definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
Before
you're supposed to be, everybody I believe is supposed to be 100% confident in themselves, 100%.
Yes,
but 150 is too much.
I give you that. I give you that.
Some people
but
be on 150.
I ask people this question.
And they don't even be 90 and they on 150. And that's when you're looking like, come on.
Before him and his dad went to Jackson State.
I'm not saying he is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
no doubt. I feel where you're coming
that
from.
Sanders was. I'm just saying that, not in his case, but there has been cases where I'm like, wait a minute, man. Yeah, you're supposed to be confident, but
do I think he done a few things wrong? Yes. There were a couple of things they done wrong.
Yeah, like when his dad, the one thing that his dad did wrong was telling the world, and when you say that, the NFL is listening, that, oh yeah, there are some teams that he's not going to.
Yeah.
I don't care what pick they got on the board. He said that.
Yeah, I remember he said that. But I
Right.
also felt like
Now, if we're going to take anything back, we're going to take nothing back that Shador did, because everything he did was A1. But if you take back what his dad said, he'd be okay.
but they didn't have that same energy with Archie Manning. When he said, my son is not going to play for San Diego, because if he plays for San Diego, he could never play his brother in the Super Bowl. And Eli ended up going to the Giants because him playing for the Giants and Peyton playing for
That was a
Indianapolis.
mistake on the NFL part, really, because that's what I'm saying. They're not making that mistake no more.
Okay.
Did they even making that mistake no more?
That's what this is.
But-
This situation is, damn, we're not going to make that mistake no more.
And I agree with you to that on the point, but I also feel
Dion
like
said it. We not having no Eli. He said it out his own mouth. He said we not having no Eli.
I believe that
I only know one Eli, and I know what team he played for. The Giants.
I
So
believe
the
that
Giants had the 3rd pick in the draft.
yeah.
The Giants tried Shador out. So you saying he not going there? Cool. He didn't get picked 3rd then,
Yeah, they went with
or 25th.
yeah.
We was gonna pick him 25th
He went 144th.
because of what his dad said,
But also we gotta also remember
and because of his choice. If they respected his choice,
they said that he wasn't gonna go play for Cleveland, and Cleveland is who drafted him.
because they came double back after picking a quarterback,
And
they picked a quarterback before Shador already.
yeah. But they went back and got him for a reason.
Yeah, they traded him, went back and got him because they didn't want to be.
I
they didn't want
believe
nobody else to get him, and then he do good.
I believe
If they
that
had the opportunity, they took it.
we have to lay the facts on the line. Nobody was watching Jacksonville State before he went there. I never heard one nigga in life ever say he wanted to go to a Jacksonville State game. They brought light and shine to the HBCU schools. If Travis Hunter stays at Jacksonville State, he does not win the Heisman Trophy Award. You know why? Because he wouldn't have got the attention that he got once Deion Sanders went there and it put the light on them. And Deion Sanders knew, if I want my boys to go pro, we got to go to a bigger level. So they went to Colorado. When was the last time you watched the Colorado Buffaloes football game before Deion Sanders and his sons and Travis Hunter got there? They said that the profit was 800% when they came there.
That's why he was talking greasy.
If that ain't changing the culture, the basketball players for the Denver Broncos said Colorado been lit ever since they got here. They said ain't never been like this. So when he said if you don't want to change your culture, if you don't want to win, don't draft me. Because he's basically telling you like, yo, I'm a winner. And if you ain't ready to win, then I ain't the man for you. But I also believe that along with those type of statements should have been, but I'm willing to come in here and work and show you why you're going to win with me. See, it ain't what you say a lot of times, it's how you say it. And I believe that there was a lot of things that he said that could have been cleaned up and said a little differently, because you talking to people who hold your future in their hands. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to remember that. When you trying to get signed or go play for this team or be a part of this, you're talking to the person who can make that happen. So sometimes your confidence looks like arrogance because you're not saying the right things. See what I'm saying? And I believe that that happened with him. I also believe that there was a message being sent. Y'all need to go back and listen to the story of OJ by Jay-Z. Go back and just listen to the song. Listen to the message in the song. See, you you get a little money and you start buying chains and watches and you get out of control. And somebody's looking at it and they like, look at these niggas. See what I'm saying? There's a time when people get annoyed with that. And they feel like it's too much. So they don't want to attach themselves to things like that. But I like what he's doing. He's already in Cleveland ready to work. He already in the community. He already showing up at high schools. His jersey is already the number 3 selling jersey in the NFL. And he ain't even put on a uniform. So I like what he's doing because he taking the right approach now. Like, you know what? I'm going to show these people why they made a mistake. But think about it. Jalen Hurts didn't go to the 3rd round. Tom Brady didn't go to the 6th round. Lamar Jackson didn't go to number 32. And think about how many quarterbacks went number 1, number 5, number 8, and they turned out to be Nathans.
He was going to go to the Giants' 25th pick.
I believe.
But when he said all of that, and his dad said all of that, and when we had that meeting with him and he wouldn't participate at the meet and greet because he decided that he didn't want to be a New York Giant.
Do I believe he was a top 5 pick? No.
He would have won.
But I believe he was a 1st round pick.
Like I said, he gave that spot up himself.
Yeah. And
which was
now,
that was the 1st round, 25th pick. It went to Jackson Dart.
And now that he has a chip on his shoulder and he has something to prove, I think we're going to see a different side of him. Because, see, sometimes, you know, when people say you need to be humble, I don't believe he needed to be humble, but I believe that he needed to see something. He needed to see how quick things can change on you. See, when you win and everybody love you, when you in the spotlight and you the man and everybody talking about you, all the chicks hanging around, all the niggas is your homies, but something goes wrong. The chicks disappear. Out of all them homies, 2 or 3 of them gonna keep it 100 with you. The rest of them niggas, they on to the next nigga dick they riding. Then you got to start looking at life a little different, see? See, he became the butt of everybody's joke, but just a week before that, everybody had love for him. So sometimes something has to be shown to you for you to say, okay, I get it. Want none of that shit real. Let me get focused on the real. And I think that he's going to get focused on the real, and he's going to go in there and he's going to bust his ass, and a lot of teams are going to say, oh, man, Jalen Hurts got $250. That's a $250 million, baby. He been to 2 Super Bowls. And he went in the 3rd round. See what I'm saying? So, you know, let's see what he going to do. I'm rooting for him. The other son got picked up by Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Signed as an undrafted free agent. You know, and he ain't get no attention. But they did. So, you know, Deion Sanders got both of them in the NFL. He got both of them in the NFL, so that's what's good. And before we get back to this music, now we're gonna see what Mike Vick do. I told Vick, you know, give me about 6 weeks to, you know, get myself together, man, and I come out there and play with them boys, man. You know, walk on red shirt. The NBA playoffs, baby, it is crazy right now. LeBron James season over. Ja Morant, season over. Is the Knicks going to send Detroit home tonight, or they going to let Detroit tie it up? Is Denver going to send the Clippers home tonight, or they going to let them tie it up? Who else? Miami. Whoa. Smoked.
New York sent Detroit home.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, New York advanced. Hey, it's going down, man. I don't be available. I be watching the playoffs. I ain't bullshit. I don't be available, man. I be watching the playoffs, man. Last night I almost had a stroke. I was mad as a motherfucker.
They played earlier today?
Yeah, they played at 7:30. I was watching a little bit of it before I had left the crib and
They
shit.
came back in the last minute.
Yeah, when I left the crib, the game was on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the playoffs is going down, man. OKC and Cleveland are the only teams who haven't lost a game. They 4-0 them. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to see. We're going to see Anthony Edwards has knocked off KD. He's knocked off the Joker. And now he's knocked off LeBron. And this is what we was expecting from Ja Morant. Is there problems in Memphis? Is Ja Morant going to leave Memphis?
Yo.
Is KD leaving Phoenix? Yes, he is. He getting the hell up out of there. He might come play for the Buckrow Dolphins. He don't give a damn. He getting the hell up out of Phoenix. I don't believe Giannis is going to leave Milwaukee.
KD come to the Knicks.
Everybody keeps saying that Giannis is going to leave Milwaukee. I don't know he could, but I think that statement that he made last year spoke volumes when he said, these people changed my life. They brought my family over here, took care of us, made sure we were straight. That right there was a hell of a statement. I'm loyal to them is basically what he was saying. They changed my whole life. My brother don't even play but 33 seconds a year. He make $2 million a year. You know what I'm saying? You know, he get in when the season over. You know what I'm saying? Still making $2 million. So you know, I think he's very loyal to them. I do think that Milwaukee is going to go get some people. The Damian Lillard thing, because of the injuries, didn't work out the way they wanted it to. I don't know if he's a free agent or what, but Middleton is gone. They got to go get some better pieces if they want to win. You know what I'm saying? If they want to win, they got to go get some better pieces. And, you know, we don't know what's going on in Phoenix, and definitely don't know what's going on in L.A. You know, Bron, I was so mad last night, man. I had to smoke a blunt. I was mad as a motherfucker. I ain't bullshitting, man. But we're going to get back to the music. Shout out CEO P. What's good, G? Go verse, y'all. Go get that app. Shout out Snail76. We just played that joint. Triple Shots 2 before we did the hip-hop news. Y'all go get Snail's album, Brown Liquor Music. It's out on all platforms right now. And we about to get right back to this music. And we about to play this Paige Joyner.
Powered by Virginia. Radio.